Everyone, Charlie here. Now, before you get all excited, I'm not here to jack your tits and tell you things that aren't true. I'm here to keep you grounded and let you know that I've been watching AMC for quite some time. I was in AMC heavily. I made a lot of money off of AMC last year, and I'm ready to get back in because I've been watching, and I'm going to give you a lot of the reasons why I am bullish on AMC moving forward into the second half of this year and the future. But again, I'm not going to hype you. I'm not going to make shit up to keep shit going. I would like to approach this from a logical standpoint, from the standpoint of the fact that this is a good investment, it's undervalued, meaning in that you can make money. Now, not only that, but you can also pay yourself with the shares you've already purchased, albeit in the end they end up paying for themselves. But I'm going to give you the rundown of why I personally think AMC is looking good overall as an investment moving forward, and on top of that, why I think it's going to run this coming week or in the next couple of weeks at the latest. So there's been company improvements, obviously. Debt's being paid. Debt is being created also in a strategic way, though, for expansion, as Adam Aron said he was going to do last year. They're chipping away at earnings performance hole that they dug themselves into, but you got to remember, everyone in this industry got hit for the most part during COVID. Now, they're also continuously increasing sales, meaning more people are venturing out into the movies, obviously, which I expect this to increase over time. Now, enough with the boring shit. I know what you want to hear, so let's get on with it. So, from a technical standpoint, they point to a higher floor overall for AMC. Now, what you're looking at here is a Fibonacci retracement for the year, and it has trend lines incorporated into it, which is the blue and the red lines. Now, when you're looking at a Fib retracement chart, especially on the daily, the 0.618 is a very important level to look at. That's a level that often wants to be retraced. So that aside, not even paying attention to that, look at where the red and the blue lines are. They're basically crisscrossed, which is a rarity to see in a fib chart because, technically speaking, the red should be support and the blue should be resistance. We're going to look at GME now, and we're going to look at the difference between these two fib charts. So this is a more normal looking one. You see it go here, touch the floor, bounce up, touch the ceiling, go down, touch the floor again, bounce back up, touch the ceiling. It always likes to pass over that 61.8, right? So GME is looking like it's on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's sitting here at the top of it. It's going into pre-split territory right now. So it's funny to see AMC and GME finally show some different characteristics. Now again, I'm going to go back to AMC. That versus this. And funny story, the midpoint between these two lines here at the cross is around $21, which I personally think AMC will run up to around $23 to $25 and then settle back down to that $21 mark and hold a nice floor there. Maybe 20 at the low, and if I really had to stretch it, 18, but no lower than that, but I'm sticking confidently around the $21 mark. Now, on top of this, we also have the fails to deliver to talk about. Now, I've heard a lot of people talking about historic FTDs. It's actually not historic, but still good. The historic FTDs came in, of course, on January 26th, 2021. We'll never forget those days. Now, on top of this, we also have the short interest settlement window still open through the end of day Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Now, this is a calendar. It's set every year. You have a preset amount of dates that you will have settlement dates, due dates, and publication dates. Now, what do you know about SEC filings? See this little 1 here? Every time you see a small number anywhere in documentation that you're reading, make sure that you go to the bottom of the page and make sure you read what that note says, because this one is pretty important. Not this one here. This one just says that FINRA requires firms to report short interest positions in all customer and proprietary accounts in all equity securities twice per month. All short interest positions must be reported by 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the second business day after the reporting settlement date designated by FINRA. So the settlement date was last Friday. The due date is this Tuesday. So technically the window is still open. Now also, we have the percentage of shares shorted right now for AMC at 20%. And their outstanding shares obviously are 516.78 million. Now, that's about what, 101 or so million shares shorted. So what I'm saying is that's a lot of factors pointing to a run. And in the market, when a lot of factors point to a run, on top of knowing the stock's undervalued in the first place because of earnings and things like that, it's obviously a good idea to take advantage of it. And the way to do that obviously would be options. But in this case, I'm also going to be buying shares. Again, because not only can you profit off of the run from the shares, I want to do it again, and I want to do it right this time. Because in 2021, if you knew how much money you left on the table by just holding your AMC shares and not learning how to use level 1 options to pay yourself passive income, to basically have free shares at the end of it all, I mean, you would be, it would blow your mind. It blows mine. I still cry about it every day. Almost. It hurts. But I want to do it again, and I want to do it right this time. I want to get the shares. I want to do the options, but the right way. And on top of that, you know, if you want to do the level 2, go long calls, obviously it's probably a good idea, but it does come with a certain degree of risk. Now, again, that's what the stock market is. It's premium versus risk. You're either taking in risk or you're selling out premium. If you're holding shares, you're just buying and holding. You're very neutral. You're not really doing anything. You're just taking the losses when they come. You're averaging down when the chances come, and you're riding up profit whenever you get the chance. But when you incorporate level 1 options, not only can you gain from the runs, but you can actually sell off your shares in the form of contracts to other people who are greedy, out of the money, you know, very little risk of you actually getting your shares called away, and then you can technically pay yourself to hold. But that's obviously an individual decision. I'm not here to tell you what to do. No one should tell you what to do. This is your finances. I'm just going to tell you and teach you, and hopefully you'll learn something, because that's the whole point. Utilizing the tools and resources available to you, not the clowns feeding you bullshit, but the tools and the information that you can use at your disposal to better yourself in your situation. Because it's really not that hard. I'm retarded. I can't even drink and eat cereal without making a mess. But yet somehow I'm able to successfully trade. And I didn't start this way. I used to suck at it because you have to suck at it before you get good at it. Now, anyways, enough about that. AMC, I really am bullish on the stock. I've been watching it for about 4 to 6 months, ever since. Actually, longer than that. Shit, time flies. It's been over a year, because May 4th of last year, when Adam Aaron rescheduled the whole shareholder meeting, and that was like the first awakening to everything. That's what really got my eyes open. And you know, I didn't really like the financials, where they were headed as a company. I didn't like the NFT stuff that was going on, all the Seg Tech nonsense that was going on. There's just a lot of bullshit going on last year at the end of the year. But I think a lot of that's cleared out. And after the dust is settled, wouldn't you know, I really, really think that AMC folks are more genuine, down to earth than the GME, because I think that there's more bots in GME. Not to say AMC's better than GME or that. We're not going to get into that shit. I'm just saying there's a clear difference in the sentiment when it comes to the members of the, you know, quote, community, so to speak. But I'm not going to be here to call myself an ape. I'm not going to be here to hype your tits for no reason. I'm just going to report on shit that's relevant, share my thoughts, and if anything changes, you bet your ass I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to dip out, because that's what you have to do in this situation. But again, it's all individual. So, anyways, yeah. Looking forward to earnings. It's going to be a pivotal role in my decision to go with the shares, but I'm honestly more than likely going to just go ahead and pull the trigger on Monday off the open. So, let's go, Brandon. That's still not political.